Punishments are in tonight for 6 City of Atlanta Watershed employees that the Inspector General found abused their authority, held co-workers against their will, and searched them all while looking for a missing wallet.
Tonight, the City Employees Union says the punishments are a joke and they want to see more severe disciplinary action. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now with the latest.
The president of PACE, which is the city's employees union, says Atlanta is known for civil rights. That is one of the reasons that she's asking the mayor to take a second look at these punishments, which amount to warnings and reprimands.
It was the managerial staff that prevented us, barked orders to the security staff and to the APD police officer to hold us while under investigation, and the investigation did last a little over, more than an hour and a half. We were literally in a conference room for approximately 4 hours.
It is the first time we are hearing from Watershed senior management analyst Charles Hobbs. Hobbs addressed the OIG governing board regarding his illegal detention. He is one of 5 Watershed employees that the OIG said was held against their will, with the police officer at the door in April of 2024. Hobbs says the suspicion was raised after Watershed manager Valerie Donahue said her wallet was missing. The Office of the Inspector General finally looked into the matter in 2025 and concluded in November of last year that 6 city employees crossed the line when they detained their colleagues and searched their pockets and purses. The OIG report found the allegations of unlawful detention, illegal search and seizure, and civil rights violations to be substantiated. The city tells us the 3 managers received written warnings, while the 3 investigators were given written reprimands that they refused to sign. All 6 employees must undergo mandatory training. PACE, or the Professional Association of City Employees Union president, says that's not enough.
We're asking for the administration to relook at this, reinvestigate this, and come up with some other disciplinary, because right now, a warning and reprimands is not acceptable. This was an egregious act that someone was overzealous and overpowering and abusive of power and violated these employees' rights.
Pagnotta has asked for a meeting with Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens regarding the disciplinary action of Deputy Commissioner of Administration Yolanda Broom, who has been promoted since this incident, Watershed Manager 2, Valerie Donahue, Director of Safety and Security Sterling Graham, who all got warnings, and senior investigators Misha Robeson, Rena Bradley, and Joe Fortson, who got written reprimands.
You held these people in a room together and would not let them out. That's like hostage. That's a criminal felony offense. And we cannot send a message to the city leaders over the boots on the ground and leaders of the people in the office that what was done is okay.
Pagnotta says she is concerned that these employees who were held and searched had no representation. She also says 2 of them were denied a request to go to the restroom when they first asked. In Northwest Atlanta, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Angelique, thanks. Hold me